This is third trimester update and the little belly button. I was like, what is that? Hey guys, it's all that jazz. Welcome back to my channel. We're on the road to 2K, so go ahead and join today by clicking that red subscribe button. So today I'm bringing you guys another video. This is the third trimester update. As you can see, we are growing and getting bigger. I'm guessing her weight, I feel like her weight is going to be like 7 or 8 pounds. Definitely different from carrying 2. This stage I was a lot bigger with the boys than I am with her, so when I look in the mirror I feel like I'm kind of small, but then when I start walking I'm like, yeah, but I still feel like whole pregnant. What happened last time, once I got to 6 months I was like, all right, like I got 3 more months to keep pushing. I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, we don't want her to come early, anything like that, but I am ready to meet her and deliver and get into this newborn stage basically. So I've definitely been testing mode, wanting to clean every little thing. I've been decluttering some stuff and getting rid of some things, which I may post a video of third trimester. I just want to prepare for her. Like I want her to have her own like cabinet where all of her stuff goes, like, you know, bottles and all that stuff. I just want less and less, as I have said before. So I'm working on just kind of, I don't want to say actual minimalist, because there's extreme minimalism and then there's just like we're minimizing. So that's kind of like my goal before she gets here in 3 months. Our goal is at least 1 project a week. So this week my mom actually came over and helped me clean up and finally take the tree down. I did our like coat closet and kind of got some stuff out that we really don't need in there or don't use. And then my next thing to tackle is probably the kitchen cabinets. Like I said, I just kind of want the counters to be more clean, without appliances that we don't use every single day. So I might take you guys on that journey with me. But nesting has been big. I have been looking for stuff to like where we're gonna put her bassinet, where we're gonna put her crib, because our lease ends 3 months after she's born, and we don't know if we're going to stay, if we're going to go. Because of that, I'm like, okay, where's her bassinet gonna go? Where's all the diapers and all of her belongings gonna go? Because right now the boys have their own room and then me and my husband have our own room, but now we gotta make space for her. Of course we have a while before she's moving. You know, it's just gonna be basically to make things easier and accessible overnight, where we might be waking up throughout the night with her and not having to go do too much. Like everything's just right there like it was with the boys. So to figure out how to rearrange things is kind of in my brain right now. Definitely am hungry still, just same old hungry. But I would say my hunger, like my cravings, like it's hard for me to eat out. I don't really want greasy foods, or things just taste different. I don't know what it is. It's like I pretty much like home cooked meals. Like I don't know, it has to be very specific that I'm craving something. I still want ice cream. I've been craving and eating ice, which I know is not good, but I did it with the boys and we're fine, and I'll be fine. So that I'm here, I'm kind of like slowing down with like having the energy to really cook a whole meal or to clean up. Like those bursts of energies that I had in second trimester was amazing, but now it kind of feels back to the first trimester where I'm more so tired, more so just want to kind of like chill, relax, not be doing too much. We have kids, twin boys, I have to keep myself going. Another thing for third trimester is, of course, getting bigger. It's harder to sleep. So it's harder to sleep when you become a mom in general, just because you have a million things on your brain. And then I'm also trying to still, even though they're right next to our room, I'm still trying to listen to make sure, you know, we can hear them. They can get out of their crib on their own now, so if they really need something, then they'll just hop out and then pop up on us. But that's very, very rare. I just feel myself slowing down where I'm like, okay, I got 3 more months and that will be here before we know it. Sleeping is not the best. I think I could like 1 good day out of like the whole week of good rest, but I'm pretty much up using the bathroom or tossing and turning because I can't get comfortable, or just because she's like up and Adam kicking and she like, what we doing tonight? A little bit of pregnancy insomnia. And so yeah, I would say maybe once or twice I get like a whole full night's rest. She's just preparing me for you know, motherhood again. I've had like a little bit of indigestion where I feel like I just be sitting here and I'm like, we gotta let that go. Oh yeah, definitely getting hot with everything. Like I know I am cold natured. I'm typically cold, so when I get hot, I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's me. Like I'm, you know, it's part of it as well, because I'm always usually like, it's cold, like it's freezing in here, but I'll be out here like, who is the heat on? Is the heat off? I need the fan on. Go turn it. It's hot. My next appointment I actually have coming up will be gestational diabetes appointment. One thing I didn't know about when you just have one baby, you don't get to see them as often on the ultrasounds. I had Noah and Levi, I guess because it's considered a high-risk pregnancy. I feel like I was seeing them every visit on ultrasound, like anatomy scan, and then boom, like 3, 4, or 5 more. Like, let's just make sure they're good, you know. But with her, when I was talking to the doctor, I saw her, I think sometime in December or November. It was December. And I was like, okay, so when's the next one? And she was like, yeah, no, that's it. Usually you have to have like a complication or like a health issue as to why, you know, they would do another ultrasound. I'm like, just 2 ultrasounds for the whole pregnancy is kind of crazy to me, but that's, I guess, part of just having 1 at a time versus 2 or 3. My next thing I need to do is pack a hospital bag, but because I went through it before, I know what I do need and don't need, and the hospital has majority, in my opinion, of what you need. It's just about like your comfort. If you don't want to wear their robe, or you don't want to wear, you know, the gowns that they give you, or, you know, you don't want their pillows, like, to me that's pretty much what it is, because they're bringing you home typically with a lot of stuff. So I don't know if it's gonna be a bunch like last time, but it'll be like the necessities. But I know it's probably like, the more kids you have, the more you like, oh no, we just gonna pull up, just go ahead, do what you gotta do, bring me my baby, car seat. And we are still contemplating on whether we're gonna have a baby shower or not. If we're not, then we gotta get to buying some items. Hoping to be in a situation where we can like tag team and do it together, because my husband does work a lot, so I'm hoping it's not just me, because Lord gonna need to be sending me angels and people by my side, because it's gonna be a lot with 2 toddlers and a baby. Like, the first time around, if you don't know, we live with my mom, so my mom was able to help us, and she was living with us. She helped us get into the groove of becoming parents, of knowing how to give a bath, knowing how to feed, what bottles to use. She really was, and still is, a trooper, you know. Then we also had his mom coming over, helping out all the time, so that was a blessing. But now, and I'm sure they'll still like help, but like now it's just, I'm like, we were talking the other day, I was like, it's just me and you now. Like, when we come home from the hospital, like, it's just me and you know. Teamwork is gonna be necessary. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself and also recall what we went through with the boys, so I'm not like super shocked like I was with them. I was like, you telling me that we just got them to do this and now they're not doing it anymore, you know? So I get like ready mentally and being like, okay, just breathe. This is what's part of it. And also, when you have your first kid, you don't realize, or kids, you don't realize like it's just for a moment in time. It feels like it's going to be forever. It feels like they're gonna cry forever. It feels like they're gonna be hungry forever. It feels like they'll be incapable of, you know, like they'll just be babies forever, and you'll always have to do like stuff for them, as far as like holding them and all of that stuff. I enjoyed those moments, but it was still hard in some days, because I would be like, who is 2 of y'all and it's just 1 of me? I mean, like I said, we had help, but you know, babies want mommy a lot of times, so sometimes daddy can only do so much, or grandma or grandpa or whoever can only do so much, because at the end of the day they want mommy, right? So I think that I'm going to be able to transition very well with her, because I know a little bit of what to expect. Every child is different trials, different things, you know, like it won't be the exact same, but I will be able to breathe and say, it's just for a moment in time, like it's gonna be all right, you know, like she's just this, and pick up on cues, like, okay, with, you know, maybe she's hungry, or maybe she's this. And I saw this video that was really helpful to me, because I was like, that's so true. But this lady said that her mother-in-law had moved in, or not moved in, but came over, or stayed with her for a week when she had her baby, and she would ask her mother-in-law, like, is this what do I do? Like, he's crying, I don't know what to do. What do I do? Help me, you know. And the mother-in-law was just kind of like, you know what to do, because this is your baby. Like, you carried him or her for 9 months, so your mother's intuition will know, you know. And I felt like that's really comforting and the best way to help new moms or moms having more kids in general, just because, like, that's so true. Like, if you feel like your baby's hungry, like, then your baby's probably hungry. Or you feel like your baby's tired, then they're probably tired. Like, I know people be like, they are not always tired, and I'd be like, no, I know when they nearing nap time, or they missed their nap, or they didn't sleep that well, or they it's time for them to eat, or it's time for them to get some TLC because they're getting kind of tired of each other. Or, you know, like, as a mom, you just know, like, oh, this environment just might not be right for them, or it's too many people, you know, like, they're overstimulated. Only you know that kind of stuff, because it's like, it'll be the different stuff that you'll be like, huh, like, how you know that's what it is. But it's just in a lot, not everybody, but it's in a lot of moms to just kind of have that, like, oh, this is what they need. But you second guess yourself, because you're like, no, it can't be gas. Like, that can't be it. Like, no, they can't be hungry, they just ate. And it's like, only you really genuinely know. And you don't know every single time, because otherwise we all be perfect parents, and parenting would be the easiest thing on the earth. But as far as, like, new babies, I do remember that with Noah and Levi, like, just sitting there just thinking and being like, he's probably gassy, or he just needs to be held, or we need to turn this light down, or the sound machine is too loud, or the sound machine not loud enough, or it's too dark in here, or, you know, they just need mommy to hold them, you know. Like, you really genuinely know as a mom. Not every time, like I said, but most times. And so I think that will help me through this, and any other mom through going through it as well. And then, of course, when you're like, okay, I've done everything that I can, and it's consistent issues, and of course that's when you, like, go to the doctor, or you kind of, like, seek other help and other advice. But I say go with your gut feeling first, to try different things before being like, okay. But there's definitely was nights, though, for sure, that I'll be like, Mom, I did everything under the sun possible. Like, what do I do? And she might just take him, and then they finally go to sleep. Like, sometimes you, of course, need that help, you know, where you're like, I did everything possible. I gave them a bath, you know, we had a bottle, you know, we're calm, and it's still like, no, I'm upset, I'm frustrated. Another thing that I saw that was helpful was that gave me a different perspective, is that the baby is in you for 9 months. So just come out, like, imagine coming out being like a super comfort zone for 9 whole months, and all of a sudden you, like, see the world. All of a sudden, like, your food that you need is not there right that second, but that's what you're used to. Or the warmth that you typically feel is not right there right that second, that's what you're used to. Like, they really have to get acclimated to all of that. And all this stuff I really didn't understand or know prior to having the boys. I feel like that was all just shocker. Like, I was just like, what? Like, I feel like we just threw ourselves out there and was like, all right, we're parents today. But you know, I'm not saying I'm out here pro or out here a vet, but learning all these things, I feel, makes me more comfortable, and makes me feel like, okay, we could do this, you know. I'm not saying every day gonna be easy, every night gonna be easy, but a lot of things that I've learned from parenting that I know I'm gonna take into having her. But still, y'all pray for me, because it's 3 whole kids. So I think the boys will be very helpful with her as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. And we diving in. Keep you guys updated. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.